Thank you for logging on to this Norwell High School sports broadcast brought to you by WellsCountyVoice.com, a division of the Voice Enterprises. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors you hear throughout the game, so be sure to visit their businesses and use their services as often as possible, and tell them thanks for their support. We encourage you to go to the games and support your local team, but when you just can't make it, we're here for you. Now it's time for the pregame show on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter. Going to be joined by Derek Decker soon. He is over at the middle school gym as the middle schoolers started their conference tournament this evening, and that 8th grade game is wrapping up here in a few minutes. They were ahead by double digits. Here at the JV game, they just won. I believe it was 50-17, but we may have to check that later on. The reason we're on early is because it's senior night here at Norwell, honoring the seniors for girls basketball. And I don't think I got all the seniors, but I can name them off to you. And what we're going to do here actually I do have all those seniors. There's 3 senior girls basketball players. We're going to join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser here in just a moment as he announces each one of them. We'll let that play out, and hopefully you'll be able to hear everything that's going on here at Norwell for girls senior night. They've had their posters up this evening in the last couple of weeks, and we're going to turn it over to Jamie Feldheiser right now.
I'd like to take a moment to recognize our 3 Norwell seniors for their contributions to the Lady Knights basketball program. Our first senior is Courtney Beer. Courtney is the daughter of Ben and Kara Beer. Courtney is a 4-year member of the basketball, volleyball, and track programs. She has received all-conference recognition in volleyball and has been a member of 4 sectional championship teams in basketball and track. She is a 2-year member of National Honor Society and has been on Distinction Honor Roll for 4 years. Courtney attends Life Community Church in Bluffton and is involved in campus life. Courtney's future plans are to attend IPFW next fall to study nursing. Courtney would like to thank Coach Thornton and all the assistant coaches for their constant time and effort. She would like to thank Coach Thornton for not only pushing her to be a better basketball player, but also pushing her to be a better leader. Courtney would also like to thank her mom and dad for raising her to be the best she can be and for giving her support and love in everything she does. She would like to thank her brother and sister for always coaching her at home, no matter how much she hates it. And she would like to thank her grandparents for always cheering her on. She would like to thank Noah Kruma for constantly supporting and encouraging her in every aspect of life. Lastly, she would like to thank God for giving her the ability to play sports. Courtney's advice to the underclassmen is to do your best. You won't ever regret working hard. Try to enjoy every moment in high school while it lasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney Beer. Our second senior is Alexa Mallory. Alexa is the daughter of Joel and Beth Mallory. Alexa is a 4-year member of the basketball, volleyball, and track programs. Alexa is a member of Life Community Church in Bluffton. She currently participates in Norwell's ICE program by working for Latchkey Child Care at Ossian Elementary. Alexa's future plans are to attend Manchester University and pursue a major in business marketing. Alexa would like to thank her family for all their support over the years, especially when it came to basketball. She would like to thank all the loyal Norwell fans for their support over the last 4 years. And finally, a big thank you to all the coaches for their time and effort they put into every season, along with coming to practice every day and putting up with the girls. Alexa's advice for the underclassmen is to enjoy everything because it goes by fast. Also work hard and put your heart into everything you do. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexa Mallory. Our third and final senior is Kaylee Roller. Kaylee is the daughter of Doug and Jennifer Roller. Kaylee is a 4-year member of the basketball program where she has received all-conference recognition. She is also a 2-year member of her Always 100 AAU team, which placed 3rd at the Adidas Nationals. Kaylee's future plans are to attend a yet undecided college to possibly play basketball and study accounting. Kaylee would like to thank Coach Thornton and the assistant coaches for all the time they put into her and the team. She would like to specifically thank Coach Thornton for pushing and helping her become the player she is today. Kaylee would also like to thank her parents for always being there for her and for the support on and off the court. She would also like to thank her grandparents and siblings for all their support over the years. Her advice for the underclassmen is slow down and enjoy your youth and make the most of your high school experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylee Roller. Norwell Nation, please join me in giving one final round of applause for this year's Norwell Senior Lady Knights.
Once again, those are your seniors for 2017. Courtney Beer, Alexa Mallory, and Kaylee Roller. I expect all three of them to start this evening. Courtney and Kaylee normally do, and Alexa, of course, gets a lot of minutes off the bench, but I imagine she'll probably start tonight. The ladies have to warm up after they get all their pictures taken. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it live. We will leave the current overlay that you see, the game summary, up there, and we'll return in about 10 minutes or so with the actual pregame for this contest between the 12-8 Norwell Lady Knights and the 6-14 Bishop Luers Lady Knights. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com. Talk to you soon. Welcome back to the Castle, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Decker now with me. This is Greg Van Meter. Thanks for joining us earlier for the senior night extravaganza as we honored 3 seniors for the 2017 class. We've got about 10 minutes left here before we get this one underway. The Knights, your Lady Knights, come into this one with a record of 12-8 overall. Would be easy for Norwell to overlook this game against the Bishop Luers Lady Knights at 6-14, considering the fact that they'll be playing for a conference championship on Friday night in Kendallville, Derek.
Yeah, this is certainly not the premier game of the week, but you got to treat it like it is, considering Luers, has a 6-14 record, not too good on paper, but they've played some really good teams, very tough. That's been a key for this Luers team, just not able to quite get over the hump. We know that last year's Norwell team was arguably one of the best in the past 10 years or so, and, Bishop Luers gave these Knights all they could handle twice last year, once on the road and then in the sectional championship game, an overtime victory for your Lady Knights.
That's right, 72-69 was that score, and they have a good chance of playing against each other again this year in what will be a sectional hosted by Norwell. They are in opposite sides of the bracket, but Norwell would have to get through Belmont to play Luers in a championship game next weekend. This week, though, they will be facing off against a potential sectional opponent tonight, and then that big game up in Kendallville on Friday. It could work out in the Knights' favor very well, as there were 3 teams with identical records going into last Friday night. Belmont knocked off Huntington North. Those were the other 2 one-loss teams. So Huntington North now has 2 losses, and that leaves Belmont and Norwell with just 1 loss apiece. Belmont plays Leo at home, I believe, on Friday night this week, as the Knights travel up to East Noble. If Norwell hangs on and wins that game Friday night, they assure themselves of at least a share of the conference championship. If Leo, more than capable, were to knock off Belmont and Norwell wins, Norwell would have sole possession of the NEA championship this year.
Yeah, very similar to last year, where that last game against East Noble means so much to both teams. And there could potentially, if things work out, if East Noble wins that game, there could potentially be as big as a 4-way tie in the Northeast State Conference. So half the team wins it. Of course, no tiebreakers in the Northeast State. It's all, you win it, you're champion. Co-champion, it's just champion. So Norwell controls their own destiny and can win and take home that conference title.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They'll have their hands full tonight with Bishop Luers. Not as strong as they normally are. They struggle at the guard position. They have 2 big girls back in Taylor Bradley and Catherine Kanapke, both 5'11". They averaged about 12, 13 points between the 2 of them, and over 12 rebounds. So that will be what Norwell will be facing tonight. The Luers team lost 67% of their scoring from a year ago in Emma Wolf, Kayla Kanapke, Sarah Braun, and Madison Jennings. Over 40 points a game. That group of seniors scored for Bishop Luers last year, and in doing a little bit of research on them, couldn't really find a lot of names that Coach Bixley was certain about filling out those guards positions. He talked about the fact that he had 8 or 10 girls that could potentially fill varsity roles at the guard position. They play in the always tough SAC against common opponents. Norwell is 5-6. Luers is 3-9. They are, when you look at their schedule and their record, it is a tough schedule, similar to Norwell's. They're coming off 4 consecutive losses, but all good teams: Carroll, Leo, Dwenger, and Indianapolis Ritter.
Yeah, very tough schedule for Luers, and I how both programs really schedule tough intentionally. That's the point. Gets you ready for sectional play, and these two teams are not super familiar with each other in sectional, as Luers was kind of a new addition to the sectional a couple years ago. But they became familiar real quick last year. Luers played a very physical game twice last year, so it'll be interesting to see if they bring that kind of mentality back against the Knights, who have not seen a lot of physical teams so far this season.
Norwell coming off a 57-34 win over New Haven, 23-point victory, but the Lady Knights were extremely lethargic in the first half against New Haven, actually trailing at halftime by a point. I believe it was 20, maybe 23-22 or 22-21. Yeah, 22-21 against a weak New Haven squad. They lit it up, though, in the second half as they scored 10 points. And I'm looking at the wrong game. Might help if I looked at the right game, Derek. They scored 22 points in the third quarter, and then another 14 in the fourth quarter. So after scoring just 21 points in the first quarter, they came out of the locker room hot, ended up scoring 36 in the second half, and kind of walked away from New Haven. A lot of fouls called in that game, but a couple of ugly facts about this squad kind of raised their head in that game as well. And that was free throws, 14-25 from the free throw line. Numerous games this year, Derek, where they've left double-figure free throws, and several of those were front into one-on-ones as well.
Yeah, you just cannot have that kind of free throw shooting and expect to win against good teams. That's a struggle. It's been a struggle all year. They went on a stretch where I thought they played their best basketball of the season in early January.
Yep.
Very close to knocking off an excellent Carroll team in what was a great game. And they shot free throws better during that stretch. I think it's just all about gaining confidence. And they had some confidence. They've been really up and down the last 6. Lost, win, lost, win, lost, win. But you've got to develop some consistency right towards the end of the season leading into sectional play so you can build some momentum heading into that game against Mississinawa next Tuesday.
That is exactly right. We've got a couple minutes left here in our pregame. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple of sponsors, and be back after these words. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At Adams Memorial Hospital, we care for the things that mean the most to you: your health, your family, and your community. Compassion is just as important to us as being accredited, or our Follow My Health online patient portal, or having top-of-the-line medical technology. Because at Adams Memorial Hospital, exceptional care means listening a little longer, a hug, or a kind gesture from a nurse. Compassion and medical expertise. That's Adams Memorial Hospital. Exceptional care close to you.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located. Across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H Park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Terry Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Kerry Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Welcome back to the Castle. We're just about set for the sportsmanship announcement and the national anthems. We'll be able to bring that to you tonight as performed by the Norwell Pep Band. They're in the house. Not a huge crowd. We wouldn't expect a huge crowd, I don't think, Derek, on a Tuesday evening towards the end of January. But in this game, of course, a non-conference game for both schools, Luers, with not many folks here at all this evening.
No, but it's unfortunate that senior night kind of occurred on a Tuesday, something that may happen in the future. We saw at Whitco. They did it several weeks before the end of their regular season just so they could have it. I guess it ended up being on Thursday, but they wanted it against a solid team coming in, make sure it's a good game, that kind of thing, to draw some more fans.
Yep, this will be and has been the senior night for the girls, and the boys, of course, coming up next month. We'll have you join us now for the national anthem. Excellent job, as always, by the Norwell Pep Band. We'll now give it to PA announcer Jamie Feldheiser for your starting lineups.
Starting lineups for tonight's varsity contest. First, for the visiting Lady Knights of Bishop Luers. Starting at a guard, a 5'8" freshman, number 10, Dory Javens. Starting at another guard, a 5'4" freshman, 5'4" junior, number 12, Anaya Johnson. Starting at the other guard, a 5'9" freshman, number 21, Lydia Reinbold. Starting at a forward, a 6' junior, number 23, Catherine Knapke. And starting at the other forward, a 5'11" senior, number 24, Taylor Bradley. The head coach for Bishop Luers is Mr. Mark Bixley. And now, Norwell fans, here's the starting lineup for your Norwell Lady Knights. Starting at a forward, a 5'11" senior, number 42, Alexa Mallory. Starting at the other forward, a 5'8" junior, number 45, Logan Brown. Starting at the guard, a 5'6" junior, number 10, Rio Wilson. Starting at another guard, a 5'3" senior, number 22, Courtney Beer. And starting at the other guard, a 5'5" senior, number 20, Kaylee Roller. Head coach for your Norwell.
Once again, those starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lady Knights of Bishop Luers, it's Dory Javens, Anaya Johnson, Lydia Reinbold, Catherine Knapke, and Taylor Bradley for head coach Mark Bixley. He's in his third year at Bishop Luers with a 31-38 record. For your Norwell Knights, it's Brielle Wilson, Kaylee Roller, Courtney Beer, Alexa Mallory, and Logan Rouse. For head coach Eric Thornton, he is 304 and 155 in his 20th year at Norwell, garnering his 300th win earlier this season. Mallory and Bradley tipping it off at center court. Got a good crew of officials here tonight, Derek.
Absolutely, and these Lady Knights should be playing with a little more energy as it's senior night at the Castle. Not the last game, but the last home game, true home game for these Lady Knights on this season and of their high school careers.
Wilson able to steal the tip. She's been playing good basketball, Derek. She had 16 the other night against New Haven. As that ball's loose on the floor, it'll be a turnover on the Lady Knights as Luers comes away with it. Starting two freshmen. That's a long two for, well, there's another turnover. As, boy, I'm having a hard time reading Luers' numbers. That's the left-handed guard, 21, Lydia Reinbold, one of those freshmen with the first score of the basketball game. And putting a little heat here on the Knights. 1-2-2 semi-full court trap. There's a shot from the volleyball line for Kaylee Roller. Little off. The Knights were 2 of 22 from beyond the arc against New Haven. That's 9% for those of you trying to do that math quickly. As Luers throws it away. They're going to have to improve their outside shooting if they're going to make a run in the tournament. They just don't have the bigs to be able to bang with some of the 5'11", 6-foot players you see, as that ball almost thrown away. Roller tried to get it inside to Mallory, and the Knights 4 possessions, 3 turnovers. 6:30 left in this first quarter. As bringing the basketball up is Anaya Johnson. Johnson's number 12. Luers with the red numbers stacked one on top of each other. There's Roller into the lane. I'm going to say she was fouled on her way to the hoop. That'll be the first foul of the basketball game. Dory Javens picks up her first. Javens, another one of those freshmen. 2 of them starting for Coach Bixley, as Roller able to knock down her first free throw. That's a good sign, Derek.
Yeah, these Lady Knights really had a rough start here, but got to make your free throws, do the little things, and try to get yourself off on the right foot after a couple bad possessions to start.
Haley looked good on those first 2 free throws, and the Knights tie it up with 6:07 left in this first quarter. Norwell in that 1-3-1 trap. Oh, that could have been traveling, but they say that Roller touched it. Roller again slaps it out of bounds. It'll remain Bishop Luers basketball. Inbounding will be 23, the junior Catherine Kanapke. Kanapke and Bradley, the 2 remaining forwards, able to get that pass into Bradley, and Bradley traveled. Yep, that second big step was the one that got her. That's the second turnover now on Luers. They set up in their 1-2-2 trap. Really common to see it in SAC schools. Early and often they'll play that kind of defense as Roller works her way into the front court. Beer into the middle. That's Riles. Nice move. Couldn't get the shot to go. Mallory, though, with the offensive rebound, blocked out of bounds, and it'll remain Norwell's basketball. Checking in for Bishop Luers, Ashlyn Gray. Ashlyn is a 5'5" sophomore. The pass inside to Riles. Her shot's blocked. Ball's loose and corralled by Bishop Luers. Riles now with 2 looks inside. She's been stuffed both times by those big forwards for Bishop Luers. There's a nice pass underneath to Kanapke. Can't get it to go. Bradley with the rebound basket. Can't get that shot to go. So Luers off to a cold start, just 1 for 4 from the field, as are the Knights at this point. There's another long 3 by Roller that bounced long. Brielle Wilson's going to pick up her first foul on the rebound. So each team now with 1 foul. Wilson picking up just beyond half court. That's Reinbold as, nice catch by Johnson. That's stolen away. Wilson the other way will have to pick it up, and she throws it out of bounds. That's 4 turnovers on the Knights.
Really soppy start here for both teams, to be quite honest. Luers is getting better looks, I think, than Norwell at this point, just not able to hit them, and Norwell's not getting any looks at all because they're not taking good care of the basketball.
No, they're not, as Javen, playing catch into the front court. They loop it inside. That's Catherine Kanapke, her first 2. I think you'll see Luers really trying to pound it inside with their quote-unquote twin towers as that pass is kicked. It'll remain Norwell's ball. Aubrey Dunnick and Brianne Barger will check in for the Knights. Mallory and Wilson take a seat. 4:16 left in this first stanza. Also checking in for Bishop Luers, number 32, Libby Beerbaum. Beerbaum, another freshman, Derek.
Yeah, very young Luers team. We knew that coming in after last year's sectional games. They were graduating a couple, and they're going to be okay for years to come.
Luers playing a zone defense as Barger couldn't get it to go, and a foul's going to be called. I think it'll be on Brianne. It is her first, team second. And the Knights now 0 for 6 from the field. Luers not a whole lot better, 2 of 6. That's Javens up top playing catch over the zone. They loop it into Kanapke. The kick out to 32. Libby Beerbaum, and Beerbaum good on the three-pointer.
That's a good look for Luers. A little drive-in kick and found the open girl on the right wing, and she buried the 3.
Yeah, that was good ball movement by Luers and good, wise decision as Dunnick thought about the shot, instead drives, and she's going to be fouled. Yeah, you're not going to see Aubrey take that 17, 18-footer.
No, that's not in her game, and that's okay. But took a strong drive to the bucket and got herself fouled.
Foul's called on Lydia Reinbold. That's her first, team second. Roller finds Rouse underneath. Rouse misses the point-blank shot. On the kick, it's Courtney Beer, no good. However, Barger there for the rebound, up and in. And that is the first field goal for your Knights. 3 minutes left in this quarter, and they've cut Luers' lead to 3. Into the game for Luers is number 1, Caitlin Gray. She's just a sophomore. Boy, are they young, Derek.
Yeah,
they just don't have anything in their junior class, just 2 juniors dressed, as Reinbold is going to be fouled. Not a lot of contact there. The left-handed shooter on the drive draws the foul on Aubrey Dunnick.
Aubrey kind of swiped down at the basketball, and a lot of times that's going to get called.
Absolutely. Reinbold, good touch on that free throw. Just under 3 minutes left in this quarter. Derek, I know you're over at the middle school game. I understand the 8th graders won.
Yeah, a couple of very entertaining games, yes. And they avenged a 6-point loss earlier in the season and took care of Belmont by about 15 points. So a good win for them. They advanced in the tournament. 7th grade was knocked out, I think, 35-31 by Paul Harding. A good game there, too, as the over-the-top to Brianne Barger. That works about 70% of the time for your Lady Knights, and it works to perfection again there.
Well, they needed the field goal, just their second of the game. Excellent pass by Roller as Javens and Reinbold up top, 2 freshmen. Of course, by this point in the season, it's the last week of the regular season. You really can't consider them freshmen anymore if they've been playing all year. In the corner, that's Johnson. Javens will drive, can't get it to go. The rebound controlled by Kanapke.
Bishop Luers is asserting themselves inside. Now, they've got a significant size advantage, but they're playing a lot tougher than Norwell inside. The Lady Knights having trouble boxing out to this point, and it's resulted in some offensive boards for Bishop Luers.
Dunnick will drive and lay it in. Well, somebody lost their player there as Aubrey Dunnick wide open along the baseline. Minute 40 left. Barger on the top of that 1-3-1. That's Gray finding some open space to get that pass from Javens. Reinbold. Gray in the corner. Again, that was Beerbaum with the shot. It's out of bounds, and it'll go over to Norwell. Checking in for Luers, Shea Biglands. She's number 3, and she's a senior. She's that 3rd senior along with Wazinski and Taylor Bradley. Bradley, the only senior to start. Roller launching another long 3. Up ahead. Nice pass to Kanapke. Doesn't go, but they're going to call a foul on the Knights. If that's on Dunnick, that'll be her second. Nope, it's on Courtney Beer. So Courtney's first, team's 4th. Luers with just 2 team fouls here in this first half. Kanapke good on her first free throw, as she'll try to lengthen that Luers lead out to 4. Checking in for the Lady Knights of Luers, one of those seniors, Hannah Wazinski. And Kanapke able to knock down a pair. The Knights now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. They keep up that little bit of pressure as we tick under a minute, and that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Libby Beerbaum. Logan Rouse taking a bit of a spill. Seems to be okay, though. It'll be the 3rd foul on the Bishop Luers squad. The officials checking with Rouse, make sure she's okay. She's staying in the game. Nobody's stirring on the Norwell bench. Norwell's bench with 5 representatives sitting by the coaches. And that ball is loose and out of bounds. That'll be the Knights' 5th turnover. I've got Luers for 3. Alexa Mallory's going to check back in and replace Aubrey Dunnick. Mallory started this one. Dunnick has been in the starting lineup for the entire season until tonight's senior night game. Barger is so long up top. She almost got a steal right there. In the corner, that's Bigland's. No good. Rouse heading the other way. She'll try to split the defense and miss the basket, but Mallory right there. Alexa Mallory with her first points of the evening. Keeps the Knights within 2. 12 seconds left. Inside, Kanapke loses the handle, and that'll be a turnover on Luers. It'll give the Knights a chance to tie or go into the break with a lead. Mallory sets down. Dunnick right back in there for Norwell on the offensive end. They've got 9 seconds, plenty of time to get a good shot. Roller into the lane, loses the basketball, and that's a turnover on the Knights. I'm not even going to consider that a shot, as Caitlin Gray, the ball kind of slipped out of her hands. That'll end the first quarter. Your Knights trailing Bishop Luers 12-10. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you. With a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Well, here at the Castle, your Lady Knights trail the Lady Knights from Bishop Luers by a pair. Knaphill inbound for Luers squad. Brielle Wilson back in there off the change to the second quarter. That was Lydia Reinbold.
Way too easy. They cleared out the left side, got her kind of an ISO play, and easy score at the rim for Luers.
Reinbold with 5 points now for Bishop Luers. I'm surprised Kanapke's got 6. Taylor Bradley's only taken a pair of shots without scoring yet. Nice pass underneath Dunnick. Dunnick's shot is blocked. And Luers on the run. That's Javens as Dunnick takes it away from her from behind. It'll remain Bishop Luers basketball. Boy, and I don't know, Derek. It just seems like Luers is playing with more energy than the Knights are. That's into Bradley. She can't get it to go again, and that's going to be an over-the-back foul, I believe, on Catherine Kanapke. If it is, it'll be her first.
No doubt that they're playing with more energy, and yeah, Norwell just has not seemed fired up in the last few games. Kind of go back to that game at Jay County. Kind of started there, and they played with no energy whatsoever in that game. They were never really in it. They were in it for a little bit, and that was just because Jay County was playing so poorly, but Norwell just not able to stay in that one, and hopefully they can get things together here in the second quarter on senior night.
Anaya Johnson back in the game for the Knights. Dunnick underneath to Rouse, and Rouse is going to pick up the foul. That's a shot that Aubrey needs to take. Wide open from about 6 feet. Just hit that bank shot. As Javens is called for her second foul. That's 5 team fouls on Bishop Luers as Rouse able to get her first point of the game. She was 0 for 4 from the field. Several of those were blocked, but good on a couple of free throws here. This game has not had much separation to this point. Just 2 points separating these teams right now. Johnson, that's Javens with the short jumper, no good, and good position by Brielle Wilson for the rebound. Roller, nice kick out to Beer, wide open for three, good. Courtney Beer hits her first three, and that gives the Knights their first lead. For Courtney, that's her first three in a couple of games. She was 0 for 4 the other night, and Luers will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here, Derek, as maybe that'll get the Knights going. Courtney Beer dropping a three.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot when you're in a tightly contested ball game to get yourself in the lead. They finally made a couple shots. Great look by Courtney Beer. Gets a little bit of confidence going forward after she knocks down that three, sees one go in, and they've got a 1 point lead just about 90 seconds into the second quarter.
Luers, well, they had 12 at the quarter break. Norwell only had 10. Well, somehow I've got Norwell for 12 points in that first quarter. Dunnick scored. Roller knocked down 2 free throws. Barger. I know Mallory scored. Oh, I know why I got it that way. Logan Rouse actually hit those 2 free throws in this period. Knights currently with 15 points on the scoreboard as Luers racks up another turnover. They're 5th. Norwell with 6 to this point. And a little bit more bounce in the Knights' steps as they break that 1-2-2. Rouse could not handle the entry pass from Beer. That'll be the 7th turnover for the Knights. 6:08 left in this half. That's Johnson, Anaya Johnson bringing it up. 2 Johnson girls. Excuse me, I guess it's just the one. Inside, that was Catherine Knappe. She's got 8 early on, and Luers retakes the lead. So Catherine Knappe playing very well. Just a junior. She's one of just 2 juniors on the roster. Nice move by Aubrey Dunnick. Boy, I'd like to see her do that more, Derek.
Aubrey could develop into a very good basketball player here over the course. She already has over the course of this year, but going forward too, it's nice to see her get strong and a little more aggressive. She was kind of tentative, new to the varsity game at the beginning of the season. She's getting more aggressive at taking to the basket. Now you just got to start knocking down free throws.
As she does there. 3-point play for Aubrey Dunnick gives the Knights a 2-point lead. Also back in for Bishop Luers, Caitlin Gray into the lineup. That was Knapke's second foul, but she stays out there. That's a long 3 by Reinbold, no good. And heading the other way, Roller up ahead to Rouse. Gets it to go. Logan Rouse with her 4th point. Assist Roller. The Knights up by 4. That'll remain Luers basketball as Courtney Beer hustling after it. Got the hand on it last.
Good find by Kaylee Roller on the last break. It's her specialty. You know, she sees the floor really well, makes good decisions. And Logan Rouse was able to finish.
Knappe, nice pass inside to Bradley. Bradley really struggling. And that's going to be an over-the-back call again on Bishop Luers. It'll be on Catherine Knappe, and that's her 3rd. That will really hurt the Bishop Luers Knights, Derek.
Yeah, Norwell's going to be shooting 1-on-1 here as well. There's a little bit of confusion there.
That was the 7th team foul on Bishop Luers.
I think maybe part of the confusion was trying to find the shooter.
Yeah, Aubrey Dunnick is going to shoot this free throw, possibly 2. 5:10 left in the quarter. And not able to convert it. Reinbold will head the other way, being guarded man-to-man by Brielle Wilson, that's Bradley inside, and that's double dribble on Taylor Bradley. Taylor 0 for 4 from the field so far this evening, Derek.
Yeah, Luers has not had a good shooting night so far. They've had some pretty good looks, just not able to hit.
Yeah, they really have. Norwell, though, has missed some shots as well. That's Brielle Wilson for 3. Her first shot of the basketball game gives the Knights a 7-point lead. That's Gray in the corner. That's stolen by Wilson. Boy, excellent defensive play. Roller up ahead to Riles. Can't get it to go, but Dunnick there. She couldn't get it to go either. Luers heads the other way. That's Johnson on the jumper, no good. Reinbold will put up the follow and hit it.
Yeah, that is oh my goodness. They got to finish.
Brielle Wilson not able to knock down the layup. On the other end, that is Libby Bierbaum, and Coach Thornton wants a timeout. He'll take his first. Norwell's lead went from 7 to 3 in a hurry.
Yeah.
We'll take a real quick break and be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
4:01 left in this second quarter. Norwell with the basketball.
That was a really frustrating sequence as Norwell had the potential to really extend their lead. It was as many as 7 and could have gotten some big momentum there and rid it all the way, and missed a couple bunnies, resulted in a couple baskets on the other end as Aubrey Dunnick takes it to the bucket and scores.
Yeah, another assist there for Kaylee Roller. Brianne Barger back in the game for the Knights. Brielle Wilson took a seat in the corner. Boy, nice hands there by Biglands as she'll get the ball again. Try to drive. Good kick out to Gray in the corner. That is 32 Bierbaum. No good as she misses the 3 attempt. Roller finds Beer. Nice pass underneath. Dunnick in the short corner. They'll say it's off of Bishop Luers. Might have been a break there for the Knights, Derek.
Yeah, it looked like Dunnick just kind of lost it as she was handling it.
As who missed that shot?
That was Dunnick.
Yep. Aubrey's taken as many shots in this quarter as she's taken in the last 3 games. That was Reinbold with the miss. The Knights will head the other way. Just under 3 minutes left here in this first half. Luers playing what almost appears to be a 3-2 zone as they come up with another steal. Biglands the other way, leaves it for Reinbold, and they're going to give the ball to the Knights. They're saying a kick there, maybe?
Yep.
Anaya Johnson will check back in, replacing Reinbold. Reinbold, just a freshman. Javens, number 10, is a freshman as well. She's not out there right now. Bierbaum is also a freshman, and she's got 5 points already. That's Johnson with the basketball. Now Caitlin Gray. Gray just a sophomore, and another kick. It'll remain Luers' ball. Norwell's man-to-man has looked more effective this evening, Derek, I think, than their trap has so far. Norwell guarding all over the floor. Aubrey Dunnick at 5'8", trying to stay with Trina Bradley now, or Taylor Bradley, as Roller gets the steal. Both teams now with 8 turnovers. Roller trying to get it into Rouse as Dunnick with another great move. Just couldn't get it to go. And hustle. Boy, that's a great play by Aubrey Dunnick. Racing from end to end and blocking Shea Bigland's three-point attempt. And even 2 minutes left in this quarter. Boy, what a great hustle play by Aubrey Dunnick.
Nice job to see her run the floor and get back and make a nice play on defense, and that's something you don't see a lot of players do.
No, she just never quits. Gets the jump ball. She plays as hard as any high school basketball player I've seen this year on the girls' side. Alexa Mallory is going to replace Aubrey. For Luers, it's Dory Javens and Hannah Wazinski, I believe, up top. I think that's who that is. Boy, it's hard to see those numbers. Roller tried to force it inside, couldn't get it to Mallory. Up ahead, Javens couldn't get it to go. And Roller will head the other way for the Knights. Into the lane, throws up. I don't know, would you call that a shot, Derek? In the corner, it's Caitlin Gray. Bradley inside, taken away by Mallory. Boy, a lot of turnovers here in this first half. 18, 9 by each team. Roller will get bailed out this time.
This has been a really up-tempo game, but it's also been very sloppy. Neither team playing particularly well to this point. But Kayla Roller will have a chance to give Norwell its biggest lead with a couple free throws right here.
They lead by 5 at the moment. They did call that a shooting foul on 24 Taylor Bradley. That was her first, Kaylee with the first one. And there's going to be a substitution. Brielle Wilson at the scorer's table, but she's checking in for Roller as Kaylee able to knock down a couple more free throws. Kaylee perfect from the line here so far this evening.
Very balanced scoring so far in the first half for these Lady Knights.
Knights lead back up to 7 as also checking back in Brianne Barger for the Knights. Beer up top guarding Gray. Excuse me, that's not Gray. That's Ashlyn Gray. I thought it was Caitlin Gray. I'm guessing they're related, as Ashlyn, also a sophomore. In fact, I think they might be twins. Alexa Mallory picks up her first foul. That's the 5th on Norwell as a team. 57.6 seconds left. Bradley trying to get free. Nice play, but a nice block by Mallory as she got a hand on Dory Javens' shot. And the Knights turn it right back over. Is that a traveling call?
There's a jump ball.
Oh, yep, still a turnover. 10th of the half for the Knights. Yeah, and Caitlin Gray now checks back in. They are identical twins. Caitlin and Ashlyn Gray. Long blonde hair. Both out there right now. Caitlin is number 1. Ashlyn is number 11. So, tough to tell them apart. 36 seconds left, and a good steal there by Courtney Beer, as she did an excellent job anticipating that entry pass. Barger leaves it for Wilson. Wilson tried to get it to, I think she was trying to get it into Mallory off the hands of Taylor Bradley. It'll remain Norwell's basketball. Catherine Kanapke, a big loss. She picked up her third foul early in this quarter after scoring 8 points. About half of the Luers points to that point in the basketball game is Beer's 3 no good. But look at Alexa Mallory pulling down the offensive rebound. 8 seconds. Beer into the lane. Her shot is blocked. 2 seconds. Bradley the other way. I don't think that would have counted. Yeah, it wouldn't have counted anyway, so we'll not charge her with a shot. At the half, it's Norwell 27, Luers 20. We'll take a break, figure some stats, and be back with your halftime show after these words from our sponsors.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money, you're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique. Ossian Do It Best Hardware is your one-stop shop for all your home repair needs, featuring Valspar paints. They have propane refill, screen repair, and a complete rental center, along with a large selection of home improvement items, from electrical and plumbing supplies down to the nuts and bolts you need. Summer has been beautiful this year, but it's time to start thinking about the fall projects that need done around the house. Visit Ossian Do It Best on Hirely Drive, just off Highway 1 in Ossian.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair, with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, prong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings or let us design one just for you.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult-youth double leagues with one adult and one child per team, or two youth may make a team, and a youth league for ages 4 to 19 starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every game. The Bowling Center in Bluffton, located at 1231 South Scott Street. For complete details, visit bowlbluffton.com, and don't forget about Friday Fun from 12 to 6, only $1 per game and 50-cent shoes at a smoke-free environment. bowlbluffton.com, bowlbluffton.com.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
The $5 flavor menu is now available from your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. To place an order, call 824-5701 or order online at pizzahut.com.
And welcome back to the Castle. Norwell with a 27-20 lead here at the halftime break. Neither team playing particularly well, but the Knights hold a 7-point lead over 6-14 Bishop Luers. And Greg, I know you have some halftime stats to share with everybody.
Yeah, I do, Derek. They're not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. We'll start with the Knights of Bishop Luers. As a team, they were 8 of 25 from the field. That's 32% for those of you playing along at home. They were 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. That's 17%. But they were 3 of 4 from the free throw line. As a team, they also committed 10 turnovers. They were led in scoring by Catherine Kanapke, who had an excellent first half, though it was cut short by fouls. She was 3 of 4 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Lydia Reinbold right behind her with 7 points. She was 3 of 6 from the field and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Then the only other scorer they had was Libby Bierbaum. She had 5 points. She was 2 of 4 from the field, hit their lone three-pointer. Also getting some shots up, Shay Biglands was 0 for 2. Dory Javens 0 for 4. Anaya Johnson 0 for 1. And Taylor Bradley was 0 for 4 from the field as well. So not a real proficient shooting game for the Luers in the first, but it wasn't a whole lot pretty for the Knights, who lead by 7 here at the break. As a team, they were 9 of 28 in the first half again. That's 32%. From beyond the arc, they were 2 of 8. I can figure that one. That's 25%. And then the good news is from the free throw line, 7 of 8 in the first half. 88% from the free throw line. A good showing by the Lady Knights in that area tonight. That's been an area of trouble for them all season long. And so far tonight, they've done a real good job with that. As a team, they also committed 10 turnovers in the first half. Individually, they were led in scoring by Aubrey Dunnick. Aubrey with 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting from the field and 1 of 2 from the line. Several players with 4 points. Kaylee Roller was 0 for 5 from the field and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Brianne Barger also with 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field. And Logan Rouse also with 4 points. She was 1 of 6 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Courtney Beer chipped in with 3 points. She was 1 of 3 beyond the arc, 1 of 4 overall. Brielle Wilson also with 3 points. She was 1 of 2 from the field with the Knights' other three-pointer. Also chipping in with 2 points in the first half, Alexa Mallory, 1 of 2 from the floor. And a number of those 19 misses by the Knights, Derek, I would guess at least a handful were blocked shots.
Yeah, that's right. And Bishop Luers has done a nice job, and we touched on it a little bit ago about how Luers is using their size to their advantage, and they're playing a post game better than Norwell is at this point. Norwell tries a lot of drives, and tonight they're getting denied inside. Luers is doing a nice job shutting off the lane, but Norwell's been able to do enough from the free throw line as well, give themselves a 7-point lead.
I just did see a final from the C-team game. The C-team won over Luers tonight, 38-12. So, and it was a cakewalk for the JV squad as well. There it is, 52-19 was the final in that JV game. So, the Lady Knights of Norwell trying to sweep out Bishop Luers this evening, on their way to doing that. We've got a couple more minutes here before half ends, Derek, but well, I tell you, you know, you hope this is just kind of the lull before the storm that happens beginning Friday night with the ladies shooting from the field. Their last 3 halves of basketball, they are 4 of 30 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's alarming at this point that they're playing this kind of basketball towards the end of the season. That's not when you want to do that right before sectional play, and it's becoming a trend at this point. Sometimes you have a bad game, maybe even 2 bad games in a row, but you cannot have a trend and develop that, kind of settle into that right before you start playing really good teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
Mississinawa is struggling this year, but if they're able to get by them, they're going to face a very tough Belmont team who I thought played a really nice game on the road, took care of the basketball at Belmont, tough place to win, and was able to come away with a victory there. That's probably going to give them a better chance to win the conference. If they don't win that game, they're not winning the conference.
Right.
But you definitely got to be able to play good basketball to beat a good Belmont team, and good chance they're probably going to see Luers again if they advance to the championship.
Well, and you mentioned it in the pregame. The Lady Knights came out really flat at Jay County, only put up 33 points in that game on the road. It was a Monday night game, their 3rd game in 5 days. And since that time, they just have not played with the energy outside of Aubrey Dunnick that we're accustomed to seeing them playing with.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And yeah, Jay County, that's a tough situation. You mentioned it, long drive, Monday. And you're tired, your legs are a little bit tired, but 33 points is the lowest scoring output, tied for the lowest scoring output in any game since the semi-state game against Western several years ago. The only other time they were at 33 was against Homestead a couple years here. And so you just got to be able to put up points. They only scored 2 points in the fourth quarter, and you cannot have that kind of a fourth quarter if you expect to go on the road and win.
That's exactly right. Speaking of Homestead, I'm sure you saw this. Homestead taking out Northside in an SAC game the other night, 100-59. 17.
Yeah, that's correct. Krista McLaughlin had 40 points, Homestead record, nailed 12 3-pointers.
Also a Homestead record.
Yes, and boy, she can really stroke it. She's got great touch,
great
getting ready
player.
to go to Florida, but one more tournament run for Homestead is in the cards, I think, before that great group of seniors heads to college.
Well, here at Norwell at the Castle, the Knights have the basketball to start the second half. Roller able to gather it back up. That's Rouse. She's been trying to turn the corner, hadn't been able to. Wilson can't get the driving layup to go. And Reinbold will head the other way for Bishop. Luers immediately sticks it in there to Catherine Kanapke. And just like that, Kanapke with the turnaround jumper collects her 10th points of the game. Yeah, the Knights are doing a good job really breaking that press. It's not in the backcourt that they've had issues with the turnovers. It's been in the front court as Roller almost was able to bank in that long three. She'll pull it back out, call for play number 2. Beer was looking for Wilson on the cut. Dunnick is going to be fouled on the turnaround jumper. We'll see who that goes against. It could go against Bradley. It could go against Beerbaum. It will go on Taylor Bradley. That'll be her second, team's first here in the second half. And Dunnick back to the line. She was 1 of 2 in the first half. She'll try to make it 2 of 4 on the game with this second one. That looked better. Aubrey extends the Knights' lead back up to 6. They're going to look for Kanapke inside. She's being guarded right now by Rouse. Well, there's a switch. Dunnick picks her up. The turnaround jumper. This time no good. Although Kanapke able to pull down the offensive rebound. That was Beerbaum with the miss. The Knights will head the other way. Beerbaum, that was a pretty good look for her as well as Roller tosses it up there. Can't go down. And the Knights again start out this third quarter 0 for 3 from the field. Nice pass underneath to Bradley. Bradley gets her first basket of the game.
Logan Rouse tried to play over that time on the inside, but was about a half a step too late, and it allowed for an easy basket for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, Rouse with the kick. She had drawn the double team. Now Wilson will go back to the line. Actually, it'll be her first trip to the line tonight. Catherine Kanapke just picked up her 4th foul, Derek.
That's huge.
Oh, absolutely. It's a different ball game when she's in there. Kanapke, a 5 11-inch junior. Wilson knocks down her first free throw. Well, she got in trouble with fouls early in the second quarter, and she picks up her 4th with 6:04 left in this quarter. Actually, that is going to be another attempt for Brielle Wilson. They say Taylor Bradley stepped in there. So Wilson will get 3 attempts. You know, refs catching a little grief from a Luers fan.
Actually, that was Mark Pixley that was chewing a little bit from across the floor. And
wow.
He got, there's a nice runner off the glass for Campbell.
Reinbold,
my bad.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, the last time Coach Pixel made the trip down here, he was teed up in a sectional game for
That's right.
arguing a call that went off the strap. You don't see that too often.
No, you don't. As Beerbaum checked back in for the Luers, by the way. Was that who was that on the miss there, Derek? Was that Dunnick? Didn't see it. I think it was Dunnick coming across the lane.
It's going to be Luers' ball here coming out of a
jump ball.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to make a change on my scoring. Actually credited Beerbaum with a shot that Javens had taken on a couple of trips down the floor earlier. Johnson, that's Javens with the basketball. Javins is just a freshman as well. They're going to call a foul in the play. I think they're going to count that basket. Dunnick picks up her second. Reinbold goes to the line. The basket. Oh, I thought that went through. So Reinbold will shoot a pair of free throws. Dunnick picks up her second foul. Woo. That's what happens when you're keeping score and watching the game. We don't have those big budgets to employ a scorekeeper.
It's too bad. I think maybe we should hit up our boss for an improvement there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll bet against it. How about that?
Okay.
As Riles can't knock down the three. The game, it's okay to do two people. It's so much smoother when you've got three. One keeping score as Roller launches a long three. And Kaylee Roller with her first field goal of the evening. That breaks the drought.
Well, Kaylee's capable of hitting that shot. And she's done it so many times this year. And Luers kind of left her open. Other teams are all right giving up that shot.
Good play there by Logan Rouse stepping in. It'll be tied up, and the basketball will go Norwell's way. Brianne Barger checks in for the Knights. Rouse takes a seat. Ashlyn Gray back on the floor for Luers. One of a pair of twins on the Luers squad. Caitlin, her twin. There's number one. Barger running the play. She'll go down in the corner. There's the back cut by Beer. Couldn't gather up the pass. Had a lot of mustard on it. Courtney will reset the Knights' offense. Barger into the lane. Good ball movement here by the Knights. Oh, good kick in the corner. Courtney Beer wide open for three. Gets it to go. A high bouncing shot off the rim, and Norwell with their biggest lead of the game. They're up 10. Luers fortunate that was picked up by Reinbold. Trying to get it into Bradley with Kanapke out of the game. Kanapke, 10 points on 6 shots and a pair of free throws. That's Johnson inbounding for Luers. Gray receives the pass, being guarded by Roller. Neither one of the Gray girls have even taken a shot this evening. Boy, Reinbold takes it right to the hoop, and I've got her now for 11. 7 in the first half, 2 of 2 from the field here in the second half. But she missed both her free throws. Roller thought about it. She'll drive and just drill Aubrey Dunnick with the pass. That's a turnover. Bradley the other way is going to draw the foul. No, they're going to say she traveled. Coach Bixley not happy with that at all. I couldn't tell from here, Derek.
Yeah, we're pretty far away. It looked like she did travel, and the question was the foul before she traveled?
I'll tell you, Aubrey Dunnick takes a seat. She took a shot on that pass.
That was a rocket.
From 3 feet away. Fortunate it didn't catch her flush in the face as Roller launches a three, no good, but Barger gets it back up and in. Brianne Barger with her first 2 of the second half gives her 6 for the game. Coach Bixley dramatically calls a full timeout. We'll take it along with him and be right back here on The Voice. Norwell up by 10.
Are you looking for a new dental home, or maybe you've suffered a dental sports-related injury? Contact Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her caring staff. They can help you with your general and emergency dental needs. Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her staff provide a wide variety of services such as fillings, crowns, veneers, bridges, bleaching, dentures, athletic mouth guards, and much more. Dr. Kugelhahn's office is located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton. Call today at 824-31000 for an appointment with Dr. Laura Kugelhahn.
Dr. Laura Kugelhahn is a provider for Delta Dental and Aetna insurances. She's also accepting Care Credit. Dr. Kugelhahn and her staff will make you feel at home.
2:54 left in this third quarter here at the Castle. And Derek, I enjoyed watching that timeout as much as anything. Coach Bixby, a little on the expressive side.
Yeah, they always animated and entertaining. Coach Mark Pixley. It's not the first time we've seen him.
Yep.
Probably won't be the last.
Yep.
But
in his third year here at Luers, Johnson being guarded by Beer man-to-man up top. That's Reinbold. They try to loop it inside to Bradley, and that's going to be the second turnover of the second half on Luers.
Norwell can really make this thing difficult for Bishop Luers here if they're able to get a bucket here. Luers has not shown a lot of offensive poise. They haven't gotten a lot of good looks here in the third quarter. Norwell's defense has tightened, and Rouse missed the shot.
Boy, that was a good job of breaking the press. They got exactly what they wanted to get. That's Reinbold the other way. She'll drive in, can't get the shot to go, and a jump ball on the rebound called. It'll be Luers basketball. Checking back in for Luers is Hannah Wazinski. She and Bradley, the two seniors on the floor right now. Shea Bigland's the other senior. Inside, that was Beerbaum. Bradley, I'm not sure if she was trying to pass it to her or just lost the handle. In any case, Taylor Bradley will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws as Mallory picks up her second foul. She entered on that last timeout. 2:14 left in the quarter. And Bradley with her third point of the second half. Aubrey Denick will check back in for Norwell as Mallory takes a seat. Bradley struggled in the first half, missed all 4 of her field goal attempts. She's 1 for 1 here in the second half and 2 for 2 from the line, a total of 4 points. Norwell's lead down to 8. Beer into the front court as Roller maneuvers it into the corner. It's not a shot, we mentioned it, that Aubrey's going to take, so she gets it back to Courtney. They're trying to hit Rouse on that elbow. There's the pass to Rouse, and she gets the basket to go. Good strength there by Logan Rouse to convert that basket. The foul is called on Taylor Bradley. That's her third, team's third. Rouse will try to convert the three-point play, and does. Boy, Logan doing a much better job from the free throw line the last couple of weeks, Derek.
Yeah, she's worked on it a lot. And all these girls have worked tremendously hard at the free throw aspect of things. They've worked hard the entire year, and it's beginning to work. They're finally getting some results here late in the season.
That was Anaya Johnson with the miss. It'll be off of Luers, and we'll go back to the Knights. That's only the second shot Johnson's taken in this basketball game. She's just a freshman as well. Minute and a half left this quarter. Beer, that's Dunick in the corner. Well, she had Roller wide open as Roller almost threw that one away. Good hands there by Wazinski. Johnson will take a seat for Luers. She's replaced by Caitlin Gray. So both of the Gray sisters in there now, 1 and 11. Beer avoiding the trap. Luers trapping especially up top right now, and Norwell will use a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break along with Coach Thornton and be back. The Knights up by 11.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Well, you mentioned it at halftime, Derek. It's very balanced scoring from Norwell's squad tonight.
Yeah, they all across the board, they've just been scoring well. I thought they've shared the ball really well so far. A couple nice passes, a lot of assists on baskets so far this evening, and almost another one, and now it is.
Brianne Barger gets her second basket of the second half. Coach Pixley wanted a jump ball there. I thought she might have traveled. Knights lead up to 13 with 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Gray throws it out of bounds. That'll be though the turnover onslaught's really slowed down. I've got Luers for 3 here in the second half, and the Lady Knights with just 1.
Yeah, much better. Both coaches cleaned it up and made that a very strong point at the halftime break, I'm sure, as Roller's going to be fouled.
Hannah Wazinski, I think, is going to pick up the foul. That's her first, team's fourth. The Knights, your Lady Knights, with 2 team fouls so far. 25 seconds left, so Norwell probably going to hold it here for 1 shot. Beer, cross court. That's Dunnick driving to the hoop, blocked by Bradley. Dunnick gets it back, though, and clears it out. Roller, 9 seconds. In the corner, that's Barger for 3. In and out, no good. But look at Dunnick working underneath. I think she's going to pick up the foul, though.
Yeah.
That'll be Aubrey's third.
Now, she didn't really climb onto her or anything, no, over the back. She kind of gave her a shove before going up for that rebound.
She plays so hard.
Yeah.
She's replaced by Alexa Mallory. You don't want her picking up her 4th foul here with just 3.6 seconds left in the quarter. Luers probably is going to have to launch it here. Beer bomb just from beyond half court. Will not be particularly close. It does count as a shot, though. That ends the third quarter. Your Norwell Knights up 43-30. We'll take a break and be back with fourth quarter action after these words from our sponsors.
At Adams Memorial Hospital, we care for the things that mean the most to you, your health, your family, and your community. Compassion is just as important to us as being accredited, or our Follow My Health online patient portal, or having top-of-the-line medical technology. Because at Adams Memorial Hospital, exceptional care means listening a little longer, a hug, or a kind gesture from a nurse. Compassion and medical expertise. That's Adams Memorial Hospital. Exceptional care close to you.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Boy, the Knights really winning the offensive board battle, Derek, as Norwell's been able to get up 42 field goal attempts. Luers just 34. Darrell Wilson back in there for the Knights to start this fourth quarter. Luers chasing all over the court, trying to trap where they can, and that's going to be a foul on Anaya Johnson, I believe. Yep, that'll be her first, team's 5th.
Now that statistic in particular really can tell how a game goes, which team gets more shots up, and if you're getting offensive rebounds, chances are you're probably going to win the basketball game, and it's just such a vital part of winning a game.
Norwell also with a couple fewer turnovers than Luers. Rouse will drive to the basket and get it to go. Boy, that was easy for Logan Rouse.
Nobody stepped over and helped for Luers, and Rouse is going to make that 95% of the time.
The Knights now with a 15-point lead. That's our biggest lead of this basketball game. That's Wazinski with the ball. Kanapke's back in there. She's got 4 fouls, but I'm guessing she's going to stay on the floor as long as she possibly can here. I've got her with 10 points of the 30 for Bishop Luers, and she hadn't been on the floor that much. Missed big time in the second quarter and third with 3 and 4 fouls respectively. Rouse is going to go to the line, I believe. No, they're going to say it's on the floor as Taylor Bradley picks up her fourth foul. She'll take a seat as she's replaced by Caitlin Gray. Nice inbounds pass underneath to Rouse, and she's going to be fouled. I believe that's going to go on Hannah Wazinski. I've got her for 2, and the Knights will be shooting free throws the rest of the way, Derek. That was the 7th foul on Luers here in the second half.
Yeah, Norwell shot well so far and continues to knock down free throws here, and they've just kind of steadily stretched this lead very slowly, but it's all the way up to 16.
And as you mentioned, the Knights have been good from the free throw line tonight, Derek. I'll see if I can give you an update on that here. They've shot significantly more free throws than Luers in this one. Into the lane, nice play. Oh, they're going to call a charging foul on Anaya Johnson. Coach Pixley's on the bench laughing now.
Yeah, that one's questionable.
Norwell coming into the fourth quarter was 11 of 13 from the free throw line, Derek.
Yeah, just the one front-end miss is the only thing you can complain about there. But overall, they've done a much better job this evening.
Trying to take care of the basketball at this point. That's Beer in the corner for 3. Good. Courtney Beer knocks down her 3rd 3 of the game. And the Knights starting to pull away now from Bishop Luers. It was a relatively tight game at halftime as Kanapke misses again. Mallory with another strong rebound. Alexa certainly does that well. Rael Wilson leaves it for Roller inside to Mallory. Mallory's shot blocked. She does have a couple of points, though, tonight. Wazinski leaves it for Reinbold. Reinbold, I've got her now for 14 points. Luers will take a 30-second timeout, Derek, so we'll leave it here. They've got 2 left, Norwell with 3. The Knights up by 17. That was a big shot by Lydia Reinbold. Kind of stemmed the tide as Norwell had scored 7 consecutive points to start this fourth quarter.
I think Norwell is much more comfortable playing at an up-tempo pace. I think we saw it from the very first game of the year where they beat Wayne. They put up 85 points. You saw this team had a lot of potential in running the floor. They can do it. I think maybe that's going to be a key going forward. East Noble is going to run a very slow offense. That game could be in the 30s.
Yeah.
They did it to Belmont. Belmont
Yep.
beat them 32-30. Both of those teams like to really slow it down. And I think East Noble will probably have their way in controlling the pace at home. If Norwell is able to push them a little bit, they're going to win that game.
Good press break there by the Knights, using the middle and both sides of the floor. Now they just want to take care of the basketball with this 17-point lead. Roller looking for an opening. Gets it back from Mallory. And that's going to be a foul on Anaya Johnson. That'll be her 3rd foul. Kaylee Roller will shoot 1 plus a bonus if she can knock down the first one. So far this evening, Kaylee 4 for 4. Well, a jinxed her. Mallory, though, working hard. Pulls down the offensive rebound. Now she'll go to the line.
Alexa has an incredible career shooting percentage from the line if you go back to JV years.
Yeah.
Didn't miss hardly at all.
Wazinski picked up that foul. That is the 10th on Bishop Luers.
Norwell with only 3 team fouls here in the second half. We know that Luers played physical, and they're continuing to do that tonight, but Norwell's just controlled the pace.
Well, and almost all of those fouls, Derek, have come on offensive rebounds. Not all of them, but a large number of those fouls. And that's goes to the fact that Taylor Bradley's out of there with 4, Kanapke's playing with 4, as Wazinski launches the three. For Hannah, that's her first points of the basketball game. In fact, that's her first shot of the game. Norwell's lead back down to 16, and that's going to be a turnover on the Knights, just their second of the second half. Reinbold will drive and throw up kind of a wild left-handed shot, but she got her own rebound, and she'll go to the line.
Knights need to be able to finish strong here, as Luers has been able to get a couple buckets and now going to the free throw line to try to cut that lead even more.
Reinbold was 1 for 3 from the line coming into this set and looked good on that one. Good follow through. As the player to check in is checking in for the shooter. Reinbold can knock this down. That change will be made. She does. In for Luers again is number 3, the senior Shea Biglands. Biglands, a 5'5" guard. Kicked out of bounds by Johnson. Going to remain Norwell's basketball. 4:39 left on the clock in this one.
I think he pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, I think he did as well. He actually pointed toward the band. They are not going to get possession of the basketball.
Yeah, Norwell's got to get it in right here as Luers is causing some problems along the baseline.
Well, Luers has got 4 defenders in the backcourt. If they sent somebody long, Roller able to control it into the front court.
Yeah, Norwell will likely slow their pace down. Well,
or they may not, as Brielle Wilson launches the three. Not a bad shot. She just didn't knock it down. Gray the other way, leaves it for Kanapke up and in.
Yeah, now you got to slow the pace down because now it's down to 12. This is still a basketball game. They were down as many as 20, and Roller, now it was tipped away, but they've got to figure out a way to kind of get long possessions. They need to limit possessions here in the fourth quarter, and Luers won't have a chance to win.
Aubrey Dunnick checks back in for the Knights. Beer looking up court. There's the trap. And
yeah,
Coach Thornton has to call another timeout. Norwell now struggling to break Bishop Luers' press. It is a full timeout, so we'll take it along with Coach and be right back. Norwell leading with 4:03 left, 52-40. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in the American dream of owning a home. Having a space you can call your own. In fact, we've helped people realize that dream for over 125 years. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, refinance an existing loan, or move into something a little bigger, we believe our lending experts have the local knowledge and experience to help make your dream a reality. Apply online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Castle. Derek, big stuff going on in your life over the last week. Had a chance to go out to Washington, D.C. and see the Capitol as well as take in the inauguration, right?
Yeah, fantastic experience. It'll be memorable for the rest of my life. And I was very blessed to have the opportunity to go on that trip. I know not a lot of people were, and very historic as far as where our president and where America goes from here.
Who organized that trip, Derek?
That'd be history teacher, Miss Ludwig.
Very good. That's Brielle Wilson getting to the hoop and gets it to go.
Big basket for Norwell as kind of stops the bleeding a little bit and gives them back to a 14-point edge.
Norwell chasing a little bit here as well from the corner. That was Biglands with the miss. She's taken 3 3-point shots so far this evening, one in the first, one in the second, and one in the fourth quarter. Hadn't been able to knock any of them down.
Norwell now over their season average in points at 54.
Dunnick. I like that skip pass. Oh, there's a good entry pass to Rouse. Brielle Wilson doing a good job of recognizing the space. Bigland gets it to Kanapke.
Yeah.
There's going to be a foul on the floor.
Logan did a nice job of finishing for what's kind of a tough angle. was able to use the glass even. You don't see that a lot kind of beside the basket, and was able to get a nice touch off the glass to put him back up 16.
Beerbaum checks back in for Luers, 3:09 on the clock. Kanapke has played this entire fourth quarter with 4 fouls, but it has definitely affected her play. She's not been able to battle on the defensive boards like she would. Can't get that shot to go, but she will go to the line and shoot a pair of free throws. Logan Rouse picks up her first foul. Boy, you don't see that too often, Derek.
Logan's been in some foul trouble in and out of times this year. Belmont fouled out with a lot of time left, was a non-factor against the Squaws, and Belmont did a nice job of taking her out of that game, because we know she's very capable of putting up 25 on any given night.
Yeah, she's got 13 tonight.
And it's been a quiet 13.
It has. She had just 4 in the first half, but in this second half she's dropped in 9. Well, that's a good pass to Wilson. Wilson trying to go baseline. Dunnick trying to make the extra pass. Will turn it over.
Yeah, that's
she's
too many
got to take that shot.
Yep.
That's the second time she's done that tonight.
Just one too many passes for the Lady Knights on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, you like to see the unselfishness as Johnson's going to be called for the player control foul. On Anaya, it'll be her 4th. She just kind of elbowed Courtney in the front there. Beer with the basketball. Roller would have liked to have seen Kaylee go up the sideline there. They do break the press. The 3-on-1 results in an Aubrey Dunnick basket. Dunnick now in double figures with 10.
A lot of easy baskets, especially in transition. That's where teams will kill you when you're trying to press and you bring 4 defenders up in the backcourt. And that's created some easy buckets for Norwell tonight.
Kanapke is going to take a seat for Luers, as is Johnson. Back in the game. Boy, I can't read that number. I believe that's Javins. Yeah, that's Dory Javins in there. For the Knights, Alexa Mallory back in. On the drive, a foul's going to be called on Brielle Wilson. Biglands will go to the line.
Norwell hasn't gotten to 60-point mark too many times this year, and they got a great chance to do it tonight. I think they did a nice job. As we're kind of that was way short. Norwell did a nice job of recovering from their mistakes and building off of them, especially in that third quarter where they really created some separation and kind of made it into a blowout victory.
Yeah, this would only be their 5th time over 60 points on the season, as foul's going to be called again on Luers. Bigland's not able to knock down either one of those free throws.
Yeah, she was well short on both of them.
Javins picks up her 3rd. Roller will go back to the line. Kaylee with 7 points on the evening to this point. From the line now, 4 of 6. She had hit her first 4.
Yeah.
That was back in the first half. Able to knock this one down. Norwell's lead back to 18. Under 2 minutes left in this one, so pretty academic at this point. And that's going to be a foul on Roller, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, puts Luers in a bonus rather, and it's kind of become a choppy game here at the end. A lot of fouls, a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, really not much reason to foul with an 18-point lead. Biglands makes this one. Caitlin Gray checks back in for Luers. Biglands will make 2 in a row. High arching free throw for Biglands. Roller is going to be fouled.
Why?
As she just put on the brakes in front of Caitlin Gray.
Yeah. Throws up that head fake a little bit, too. Tries to draw the call. Gets it a lot of times, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 more here. Trying to build on her total, as she cannot. She's got 8 points to her credit so far.
Yep. 4 in each half. Nothing but free throws in the first half, and 1 of 2 again on this trip. Norwell reaches that 60 mark. 5th time on the season. That was Javens with the miss. Basketball out of bounds off of Gray. Dory Javens has had a tough night. 0 for 6 from the field. Has not scored. That's going to be an offensive foul on Kaylee Roller. Will be her second.
And
turn it back over to the Luers Lady Knights. Brianne Barger is going to check back in for Coach Thornton. She'll replace Burrell Wilson. Minute 33 on the clock, and this game has slowed to a crawl. Biglands will receive the inbounds pass and leave it for Gray. Gray to Gray as Ashlyn Gray had it. Beerbaum in the corner looking for room. Almost dribbled it out of bounds. They'll reset. Norwell in a 2-3 zone at the moment. You don't see that too often. Well, they're just daring Javens to shoot. She won't. Instead, Beerbaum throws up an awkward-looking left-hand shot. Under a minute left. And Coach Thornton's going to burn his 4th timeout. 57.5 seconds left as Coach Thornton takes out his 3 seniors. Here on senior night, they get a standing ovation from the Norwell crowd. And that was just a courtesy timeout to recognize his seniors. Not sure all who's checking in. We'll get the changes for you as soon as they break their huddle.
Well, we know that this won't be the last time Norwell plays on their floor this year, but it won't be a true home game. Very beneficial to host the sectional. It plays a huge part in advancing. They're looking for 7 in a row. Come up, which is an incredible feat.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's the 3rd longest in the state of Indiana of current active streaks.
And that's next Tuesday night, first game.
Yes.
Right?
6 o'clock against Mississinawa. A win will pit them against Belmont Friday at 6. Championship 7:30 on Saturday evening, all taking place here at the Castle.
Vandenboom into the game for the Knights, along with Wilson, Rouse, Dunnick, and Barger. You may be looking at your starting 5 for next year as Barger turns it over. Up ahead to Biglands with 38 seconds left. She tries to get it inside. It's saved but turned over.
Luers may not foul again here as we close out this one.
Yeah, they may not. Trailing by 17. Boy, and I think I'm going to have to look this up because I think Harrell's was darn close.
I think he said
56-47.
Yeah, a little bigger margin, but had the scoring line actually spot on.
Yeah. As Norwell will play catch up top, they're not going to take another shot. Luers content to let the clock run out. And Norwell wins their senior night game. They move to 13-8 on the season. Luers falls to 6-15. But you see some glimmers for the Bishop Luers Lady Knights. They've got some young guards that are going to be good in a couple of years.
Yeah, they're going to be improving, and they'll be a tough out in sectional for the first 2 teams they play. I still think they're probably the favorite to come out of that bottom half of the bracket. It's not a good side. You got Heritage down there. And Columbia City, of course. Actually, Columbia City might come out of that. Columbia City's been playing good basketball.
Been playing better.
Yeah,
they really struggled early.
Oh yeah, but they've got a couple really good wins, especially in the conference. They've been getting a couple good wins.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll take a break here and be back with the post-game show. But until then, the Knights win by 17.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money. You're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is now open at Timber Ridge Golf Course, 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton, and it's bigger and better than ever. You can enjoy the same fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Reservations are recommended by calling 260-353-1360. Everyone is welcome at T.W. Fable. T.W. Fable is now taking reservations for holiday parties. Be sure to get your date locked in before they're all filled up. Call 353-1360.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
And welcome back to the Castle. Norwell walks away with a 60-43 win on senior night as we tally up some final statistics. Norwell was able to overcome, I think, some challenges that they faced in the first half, most notably in the turnover department.
Yeah,
got
really
off
cleaned it up in the second half.
Yeah, got off to a cold start on the shooting end of things as well. Luers really never heated up. A small stretch there in the second half where they made a couple shots, but for the most part, overall, they did not shoot a good percentage this evening.
Well, and it really, the foul trouble that their bigs got in was a huge factor in this one, as Catherine Kanapke just did not get many minutes at all in the second or third quarter. Played the entire fourth quarter without picking up her 5th foul, though, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely, and it just kind of took Bishop Luers out of this basketball game. Coach Thornton really exploited that in the second half. They took it to the rack a lot and got fouled, made a good percentage of free throws, and come away with a big victory tonight.
Yep. Well, let me tell you about it from a statistical standpoint. I was just trying to figure up a couple extra little things there. First for the Bishop Luers Lady Knights. From the field as a team, they were 15 of 43 and 3 of 11 from beyond the arc. So just right around 30% from the field and under 30%. Well, we'll just figure it out real quick. 27% from beyond the arc and 35% overall. They were also 9 of 16 from the free throw line, just 56% from the free throw line, although I think that's near what Norwell's shooting percentage is as a team on the year, isn't it?
I think so.
As a team, Luers also committed 14 turnovers, according to my book. Individually, they were led by one of the freshmen, Lydia Reinbold, with 16 points, had a very balanced game, 7 in the first half, 9 in the second half. Catherine Kanapke just didn't get many minutes in this one due to foul trouble, still ended up with 13 points for Luers. Then Libby Bierbaum, another freshman, had 5 points on the strength of a 3 and a 2. Taylor Bradley chipped in with 4, all of those in the second half. Hannah Wazinski took one shot, made one shot, had 3 points. Shay Biglands hit a couple free throws for 2 for a total of 43 for Bishop Luers. And we've got senior Kaylee Roller up here with us. So before we talk about Norwell stats, we'll talk to her. Kaylee, how's it feel to play your last regular season game on the Castle Hardwood?
Yeah, it was kind of sad, but I'm glad we get to come back out here in sectionals.
Exactly.
So it's not as heartbreaking as it normally would be, but it's still pretty sad.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's only a week away. Mm-hmm. But you got a big game in between now and then. Tell us a little bit about the prep for East Noble on Friday night.
We'll definitely work hard in practice tomorrow and Thursday. They have I believe she's a sophomore, maybe a junior. That's pretty good.
Okay.
So we just got to learn how to guard her good. And
big?
She's a point guard.
Oh,
shooting
okay.
Guard. Yep.
All right.
So just work hard.
Well, if you can hang on to that one or win that one, you guarantee yourself a share of the championship for 2 years in a row.
Yep.
That's got to be a big goal of this squad, right?
Yep, that's one of our goals. And then next we got the sectional championship, too.
Yeah, that's right, with Mrs. Sinoa leading things off next Tuesday night. Talk a little bit, Kaylee, about the team. We always like talking about with the seniors every year and just kind of getting their feel for how this team has grown, how this season's going.
Definitely, preseason, everyone, doubted us and weren't going to be very confident in us because we lost so much from last year.
Right.
And I think we've definitely came out every game and proved them wrong, and we're better than everyone thought we would be, which is always really good. And
well, we get spoiled. We expect you to win the conference every year. We expect you to win the sectional every year. And you guys obviously believed in yourselves to get to that point as well.
Yep.
Well, a couple of big games. We'll be there for you on Friday night at East Noble. Really looking forward to that one. I think you guys, if you play your game, I think that's a game that's certainly winnable. If you get a little help from Leo, you could possibly take the championship by your lonesome, which would be great for the second year in a row and just the second year of the conference. Anybody want to say hi to or anything while you're up here?
Thank you to my parents for everything they've done for me and everything. Yep.
Always good to thank the parents. That keeps the money rolling.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Kaylee, thanks so much for joining us here in the post-game show. Yep. Senior Kaylee Roller joining us up here in the press area. It's a good little interview. She did a good job.
Yeah, not too bad of a sweaty headset either. I don't appreciate that all the time.
Yeah.
I got it for so many years. I get it once in a while from Coach Thornton if it's really tight, and Coach McBride really.
Coach McBride
soaks
them.
Oh, yeah.
He soaks the headset. There is no doubt about that. Well, let's go through some stats for your Norwell Lady Knights here on senior night. As a team, they were 19 of 49 from the floor overall. That's 38%. 5 of 16 from beyond the arc. That's 31%. But they did a good job from the free throw line tonight. 17 of 22. That's 77%, about 20% higher than their season average.
Yeah, much better. The key is just developing consistency and establishing that, because we know earlier in the season they were very consistent, but it was consistently bad. At this point, it's kind of up and down, but they're throwing a few of those 70-75% games in there, which is what you really need. And anything over 70% is a pretty good number for a high school team, especially girls.
Yeah, that's for sure. As a team, the Knights committed 15 turnovers, several of them. They only had a couple of turnovers heading into the kind of the garbage time there late. Really cleaned it up from the first half. Individually, they were led tonight by Logan Rouse, who had 9 in the second half. She ended up with 13, but listen to the balance in this scoring. Aubrey Dunnick right behind her with 10 points, also in double figures. We had 2 players with 9. Kaylee Roller had 9, and then Courtney Beer, one of the other seniors, also chipped in with 9 points. Brianne Barger had 8, 4 in each half. Brielle Wilson, the junior, had 7. And then Alexa Mallory with 4. So 7 Knights scored tonight, with the lowest being 4 and the highest being 13, putting up 60 points for just the 5th time this year. Great job of balanced scoring by the Knights.
Yeah, absolutely. And early they encountered some turnovers and struggled to take care of the basketball a little bit, but they really cleaned it up in the third quarter. I think just turned it over one time, maybe twice.
I think twice in the
with
third.
One at the end of the quarter. But that's really good job of cleaning it up. That's great coaching. That's great response to how Luers is kind of setting up their defense. They really adjusted well. They struggled at times with the backcourt pressure from Luers, but was able to adjust well and take home a 17-point victory.
Well, we'll be with you on Friday night, but before we talk about that, Derek, we do need to name a player of the game. Your thoughts?
Well, it's senior night, so that makes it pretty easy. We'll go
it
with
does.
the 3 seniors.
Yeah, see, you're all right.
Uh-huh.
You remember well. We did that at Bluffton, actually, on Saturday night for the girls. Your players of the game for this evening will be the seniors for the Norwell Lady Knights. Kaylee Roller, who had the opportunity to join us up here, along with Courtney Beer and Alexa Mallory, all 3 players of the game in this 17-point win over Bishop Luers. And Derek, should be a fun one on Friday night.
It means so much to these Lady Knights. I know it does. And East Noble's playing the role of spoiler. Last year they had a different role. Norwell had to win last year to keep East Noble from running the table. It would have been a 7-0 conference record for them. And you look back on this conference season, you look back at that unfortunate loss at Huntington North. So many things, overtime loss, missed so many free throws. I think they learned a lot about the team in that game, and I thought they played their best basketball of the year when they needed to in the conference games the rest of the year.
No doubt about it. We hope we see that again on Friday night, and then, of course, we'll be back here at the Castle on Tuesday for the start of sectional play. In the meantime, Derek, you'll have the boys here tomorrow night against Northfield, as I recall.
That's correct. 5-8 Northfield. Knights reeling a little bit from a tough loss at New Haven, where they were just overpowered. And I think New Haven played very well. They made a lot of shots.
Coming out party, though, for our freshman, Will Geiger.
Oh, 31 and 13. That's a great line. I think he's got a double-double in all 4 conference games to this point.
I think that's right.
This team's getting better. I think it's a minor setback, and this team still has some real potential.
And, of course, then we'll be back here on Saturday night for the home game against the East Noble boys. So, folks, thanks for joining us so much tonight. It's been a long night as we've covered all the senior night activity. We hope you enjoy it, both today and in the future. Once again, your final here from the Castle, Norwell 60, Bishop Luers 43. For Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.